Howdy y'all, it's Chris from Texas again. Thanks for joining me today for a very exciting and educational video. As usual, please subscribe, like, comment, and share my videos so I can keep doing more. I've gotten some questions from you guys about the stuff I do and about why do I do it this way and what is this and what does that mean. So I wanted to make a dedicated video and answer your questions in a detailed manner. I have for you today 3 questions and 3 answers that are very exciting. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. A question from Omi the Homie is, hey Chris, what are those wood pellets? Why did you use grass clippings to light your smoker? Why the hybrid approach that I watched in your inspection video last week? Well, thank you for your question, Omi. Pellets are usually used by beekeepers to light the smoker. Problem with pellets is they take a long time and they are very hard to light. And most people use grass clippings or some cotton, or you can use the stuff that comes out of your dryer to light up the smoker. What you're going for is a lot of smoke that is cold smoke. So we need something that doesn't burn hard. I bought the bag of pallets from the bee stores where I acquired my Nook, and it's for $5, as you can see. Problem is they give good smoke, but they're very hard to light, even when I used my butane torch. Another beekeeper I watched on YouTube, he uses grass clippings because they are free and they give a lot of smoke. I had some from my previous mowings and I got them, and I watched him do a hybrid approach where he lights up a paper towel. He uses the grass clippings as a base for his smoke and a light, and then you can introduce some of the pellets and light them via butane. Using the hybrid approach will give you a lot of smoke and gets those pellets light up after you use a little bit of grass clippings and the grass clippings are burned. You still have the pellets to go with because they take some time to burn around and produce the smoke, and you want a smoker to be on for around 10-15 minutes if you have like one hive for inspection or more. So grass will get it going and the pellets will make it continue, and they will affect the quality of the smoke and make it a cold smoke that is actually not so hard on the bees. Hopefully that answers the question. Another question that I got from @GeorgeK, and he asks me, hey Chris, why did you have to remove some of the frames and put them aside when you inspected your hive versus removing the frames directly and looking at them and put them back in place? Thanks @GeorgeK for your question, and here is your answer. Usually I'm gonna show you on this deep box that I have because I'm not inspecting my hive now, but the reason is every time you need to inspect your hive, it is highly recommended that you remove some of the frames and you go through with them one by one. I just removed one of them in order to create the space for me to move over the other hives that are full of bees. Now, I could have broken the propolis, which is the waxy substance that bees take from trees. It's basically natural glue that they propolize their frames with, and they close any areas that gets cold air into and stuff like that. So when they propolize this, let's say I use my hive tool to break this here, and I use it, I am supposed to remove any frame perpendicularly upwards like that, not like this, and not like that. Now, this becomes really, really hard when my hive or my deep box is full of frames. In order to break the propolis, I need certain area, and removing one of the frames and keeping them outside would help me do that. So I break this and I move it, and I break this side and I move it, and then I can roll this out perpendicularly without touching the other frames. Now, the most important part of why do we do this and why do we need the space is because if you try to remove the frames while they are beside each other, if you look down perpendicular from this side on on a deep box, you will find that there are bees on this side, and there are bees on this side, and there are bees on this side. So trying to move that with all that wax drawn out and all the bees working around, what happens is you might accidentally roll the bees around while this touches this side or this side, and by rolling the bees around or touching the other side of the frame with the wax pulled out here, that would kill the bees. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is create enough space after you've broken the propolis here. Basically, you've broken the glue they put together, and now you have enough space between this guy and this guy to remove it without the bees being rolled on this side or on their sisters or on their brothers. And while the bees are hanging around here, you don't want to touch them like that and roll them on the wood and kill them. So that's the reason we remove at least one frame, create enough space for us to work with it. And once we put it back, we have to make sure that we put them back in the same order we put them, because bees build their frames and the wax foundation based on a puzzle, and if you don't do that, the puzzle will change for them. The shape of the frames will go out of order, and they will notice the difference, and they do not like that. Again, hopefully that answers your question. Thank you again for your comment, and if you have any more, please comment below and I will get you that answer. Thanks. And finally, for the last question of the day that everybody is excited to hear my answer about, are bananas bad for bees? In order to explain that, I'm gonna need to explain how bees communicate with each other, and they use something called pheromones. Pheromones are chemicals that bees use to communicate with each other, and each type of bee will have their own type of pheromone. The queen has her own type of pheromone, the mating pheromone, like she's going on a mating flight. Worker bees have their own pheromone too, and drones as well. But the thingy we're interested about now is the worker bee's alarm pheromone. The alarm pheromone smells like bananas, and bees, they secrete that chemical whenever an animal attacks their hive. They secrete that to tell other bees we are in danger. And so let's say there's a bear or a skunk or something attacking the hive, and the guard bees notice that, they start secreting that pheromone that smells like banana, and they attack that skunk or the bear, and as well calling others for help to defend the hive against whoever is messing with their hive. Queen pheromones smell like lemon. That's why people who like to catch swarms, they usually purchase lemongrass oil, and they dab the box and they put a few drops in it, not too much so that it's not over run by that lemongrass smell, but
if you want to attract bees to a box, use lemongrass because that smells like a queen was there. To humans, at least, that's what it smells like, and it's proven to work. Sometimes you open a hive for inspection and you can smell bananas. That means they've been attacked before you came there, or they just noticed you coming and there's a banana smell. Personally, I haven't experienced this yet, but I've read and heard about it. And so to answer the questions, are bananas bad for your bees? Well, technically, they're bad for you if you're going to inspect on that day. Avoid eating bananas in the morning, at least for at least 2 hours, because they can smell it on your breath. And if you smell like bananas, you're going to trigger them to come and sting you. And you don't want that happening when you inspect your hive. Hopefully, that was very interesting information for you to know. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, Chris from Texas. No matter what you do, good job, honey. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video.